Hi there, it's Fionna Gossling from Riley Page Signature with an update as to what happened in Burlington real estate in February 2026. So, a bit of a reflection as to what happened last month. Burlington real estate market, in spite of all of the news headlines, is doing incredibly well. So, and that's compared to other markets in the GTA. Everybody knows we saw the peak of the market in 2022 and then a correction in 2023, which brought us back down to slightly below 2021 levels. And then we saw prices rise in 2024, which did not happen in Oakville. And then a little bit of a decline. And 2026, this graph is almost shouldn't be there, because what we're looking at here is the average sale price each month divided by the number of months. So these are all a 12-month picture, whereas this only has 2 months of data. And January is always a terrible month in real estate, or a very slow month in real estate. And February this year was more of the same, kind of following in January's footsteps. And part of that is like the biggest part of that is buyer confidence right now. So when you listen to the news, I think buyer confidence is really the thing getting in the way, but there is a lot of opportunity right now in the market. So I mean, this is what you want in real estate. You want boring, 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 flat. So this is showing both the average and the median sale price every month going back to 2021. And outside of this kind of crazy run up of maybe 6 months, 7 months here, end of 21, beginning of 22, it has been very flat, which is a wonderful thing to be in real estate. And in fact, the last 2 months prices have, or 3 months prices have risen, which is nice to see if you're a seller. Not so nice if you're a buyer. So February we had 126 sales, so not a ton of sales. And you can see, let me get my face out of the way. You can see if we go back to 2025, so the graph below. I mean, and these are kind of depressed numbers from pre-COVID, but 200, 250 around there is where we would like to see healthy volume, transaction volume. And we only had 126 in February. There was still a lot to choose from. So there was almost 600 units to choose from in Burlington, which works out to 4.8 months of inventory. The average sale price did grow over January. So there were some more expensive sales that happened there. And the median sale price also jumped. That's going in the right direction, though. And when you compare these numbers, December is also a very slow month in real estate, generally speaking. But there has been an increase in both average and median sale price. When you compare this February over last February, we had about 3% more sales, which is great. 7% more active listings, which is I guess good if you're a buyer and out looking for things. Our average sale price increased 3%, but it is taking significantly longer to sell. And that's speaking to that market confidence piece in general. I think that's a geopolitical problem that is going to take a little while. What's interesting about this average sale price rising, I just did the stats for Oakville, and we are down 12% in that market year over year. So there has been more of a correction that happened there than in Burlington. So if you look at your average sale price of a detached home in Burlington last month was $1,452,000. There's only 3.9 months of inventory. The average price of a townhouse is $852,000, and the average price of a condo is $585,000. And I always find it useful to kind of look at this in a 4-month snapshot, because who can remember what the number was last month? But number of sales have remained relatively flat. I mean, take January, February out, we're still not back to where we were. I'm sorry, take December and January out. We're still not back to where we were in November, but 12 sales off isn't the end of the world. And I do anticipate things will start to pick up. What is interesting is the average sale price is up there and had remained relatively flat through those months. Same thing in the townhouse market. I mean, your average sale price was up a bit this month. We did have more sales than the last 4 months, which is nice to see. And then condos, we've got a ton of condo inventory sitting on the market. So 204 active listings, 9.3 months of inventory because there were only 22 sales. So this is an important number to keep track of if you're trying to predict pricing. Any specific questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to go through all of this on a more individual basis and apply it to specific situations. But the long and short of it is, I think Burlington market has held on incredibly well, or is doing very, very well in today's market correction. And I think there's real opportunity out there for buyers and sellers who either want to move up or who are trying to get into the market. Any specific questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and I will check back in next month.